Hi everyone, I'm Isuru Manawadu, one of senior lecturers in the Department of Accounting, University of Sri Jagadhanapura. I will be taking you through this subject. Today I will be going to explain the syllabus of corporate financial reporting subject. So that discussion would be lengthy, right? I will be explaining each and every learning objective of the subsections. So basically there are 4 sections. I will explain one by one. There are 4 sections in the syllabus. So I will be explaining them. Before explaining the syllabus, I would like to give you a brief introduction on myself. As I mentioned earlier, I'm a senior lecturer at the University of Sri Jagadhanapura. I was graduated from the same Department of Accounting, University of Sri Jagadhanapura, 15 to 16 years ago. That's my bachelor degree, BSc in Accounting special degree. Then when it comes to my higher postgraduate qualification, I did my PhD in University of Malaya, Malaysia. That's PhD in Accounting. Then my professional qualification, I'm a fellow member at the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Sri Lanka. I obtained my ACA, associate member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Sri Lanka somewhere 2014. Then I obtained my fellow membership in 2019. Lecturing experience more than 15 years. Yes, more than 15 years lecturing experience in professional accounting courses, CA, AAT, as well as ACCA, mainly CA examinations. Right, I think that's enough on the introduction of myself. Now I will be starting introduction on the syllabus. I will be explaining the syllabus of corporate financial reporting, CL-1. I hope you will be enjoying by watching this video in terms of the syllabus. So this is very, very important discussion. So you should write the syllabus section by section, subsection by subsection. So step by step, you can watch each and every videos, and you need to complete the syllabus. Then we can do past papers, revision sets. Then our responsibility is to cover the syllabus and enhance your skills, thinking and the knowledge. Then you can sit the examination and you can pass the examinations, right? So you need to get the CA qualification as soon as possible. The reason is we need skilled chartered accountants, qualified chartered accountants. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time by doing. So as a lecturer, we would be inviting you to do all subjects together rather than one or two subjects, right? If possible, try to do all subjects at one shot. Then you can get the advantage. You can see the interconnection among the subjects when you do all subjects together, and you can save the time. But there is a stress. Yes, I can understand. There is a stress, but stress management also one of objectives of these courses. You need to handle the stress. You need to learn how to handle the stress. You need to work under stress in accounting field. There are a lot of deadlines, right? Tax deadlines, accounting, board of some reports need to be submitted on time. So stressful, but you can enjoy through this process, right? Therefore, if possible, try to do all subjects together. But then you might be thinking, yes, we can do, but we don't know whether we would be passing or not. But don't worry about it. if you are doing this, you can get nice experiences. Even though you fail the exams, first attempt, but you would learn lot. You would learn lot, right? So that experience is priceless. Therefore, don't worry about the passing or failing, but try to attempt and get the experience. Based on the commitment on this, the pass or fail would be determined, right? So as lecturers, our responsibility is to cover the content, give advices, and follow up. Your responsibility is to commit, right? Commit on this and try to complete as soon as possible. Now you are in second stage under new syllabus. Based on the previous syllabus, there were 4 stages, right? There were 4 stages. Under new syllabus, only 3 stages. Try to complete these stages as soon as possible with the required skill set, right? That's purely based on your commitment and your decision, right? Okay. So please, consider about these comments or the advices, and next couple of maybe months, years, we need to see qualified chartered accountants. Right. Through this video, I would be taking you through on syllabus of the new syllabus, corporate financial reporting. This subject is very crucial and important subject in this new curriculum. So through, as I mentioned earlier, through this video, I would be taking you through on the full syllabus. As you can see, corporate financial reporting CL-1, the syllabus consists of mainly 4 sections. Section A, B, C, and D. You can see section A, weightage is 15%. Introduction to financial reporting and sustainable reporting. 15%. Then section B, as you can see, 40%. Application of accounting standards for financial reporting. Then section C, again connected with the accounting standards. Why I am saying so? Preparation of financial statements. Yes, you need to comply with accounting standards. So that section, you could earn 30% from the syllabus, 30%. So altogether, 17% from accounting standards in simple terms. 17% from accounting standards. Then last one, section D, analyzing and interpreting financial statements, 15%. So altogether, 100%. This is the syllabus. Now, we can discuss in detail each and every section of the syllabus. Before that, I would like to take you through the basic introduction on accounting standards. Let me go to whiteboard. Yes. When it comes to accounting standards, there are 2 accounting organizations in the world, FASB Financial Accounting Standards Board, then IASB, International Accounting Standards Board. International Accounting Standards Board issue accounting standards under two names, IAS and IFRS. IAS and IFRS. IAS stand for International Accounting Standards. IFRS stand for International Financial Reporting Standards. Currently, IASB has issued 41 IASs, that is the maximum number. Then when it comes to IFRS, IASB has issued 17 IFRSs, 17 IFRSs. FASB, dominated by basically USA, this one, United Kingdom, UK. When it comes to Sri Lanka, the main accounting body is CASriLanka. CASriLanka has power and authority to issue accounting standards for our country. Until 2012, 1st of January, 2012, 1st of January, we were using SLSs. SLSs stand for Sri Lanka Accounting Standards. These standards originally issued by IASB, but there were some amendments based on Sri Lankan economy. So those amendments were done by CASriLanka. We can say these SLAs were local standards, because SLAs cannot be used in international platforms, right? When we were using SLAs, these standards were local. There are disadvantages of using local accounting standards. For an instance, when there are multinational companies, they need to prepare their financial statements based on SLAs as well as their parent country's relevant accounting standards. So therefore, one activity, two cost. So that's one of disadvantages of using local accounting standards. As a result, in 2012, 1st of January onwards, CASriLanka adopted International Accounting Standards issued by IASB. Right? That's the story. From 1st of January 2012, we are using International Accounting Standards. Okay? Now, as I mentioned earlier, CASriLanka is the main accounting body in terms of accounting standards. CASriLanka has the power to issue, as I mentioned. As you are aware, there are two names for International Accounting Standards. Right? There are 41, here 17, but we have to have our own name for these standards. Therefore, what CASriLanka did, they insert LK instead of I to represent Sri Lankan accounting standards. Why LK? Earlier we were using SLAS. That's the reason for using LKAS. So we have 41 LKAS. That's the maximum number. Then we did not have such standards earlier. Therefore, they have used SLFRS 17. Right? Right. Now, we'll quickly go through list of accounting standards. LKS 1 to LKS 41. SLFRS 1 to SLFRS 17. We'll discuss quickly, then we can see the syllabus. LKS 1. LKS 1, presentation of financial statements. Presentation of financial statements. මූල්‍ය ප්‍රකාශන ඉදිරිපත් කිරීම කියලා අපි කිව්වේ. LKS 1. Then LKS 2. Inventories. LKS 2 inventories, as you are aware. LKS 3, not in the world. That standard has been removed by IASB, International Accounting Standards Board. Then LKS 4, LKS 5, LKS 6, not in the world. LKS 7, cash flow statement. LKS 7. LKS 8. LKS 8, accounting policies, changes of estimates and errors. LKS 9, not in the world. LKS 10, events after the reporting period. LKAS 11, not in the world. LKS 12, income tax. LKS 12, income tax. LKS 13, 14 and 15, not in the world. LKS 16, property, plant and equipment. LKAS 17, 18, not in the world. LKS 19, employee benefits. LKS 20, government grants. LKS 21, foreign exchange rates. LKS 22, not in the world. LKS 23, borrowing cost. LKS 24, related party transactions. LKS 25, not in the world. LKS 26, defined benefit plans. That's connected with the fund managers. Like central bank, they are keeping EPF fund. So LKS 26 is applicable for them, not for all the companies. LKS 27, separate financial statements. LKS 28, account for associates and joint ventures. LKS 29, accounting for hyperinflationary economies. LKS 30, not in the world. LKS 31, not in the world. LKS 32, financial instruments presentation. LKS 33, earning per share. LKS 34, interim financial statements. LKS 35, not in the world. LKS 36, impairment. LKS 37, accounting provisions, contingent liabilities and contingent assets. LKS 38, intangible asset. LKS 39, financial instruments, recognition and measurement. LKS 40, investment properties. LKS 41, agriculture. Now, I have listed all the standards under LKAS. Some standards are not in the list, some are available under LKAS. When it comes to SLFRS, when it comes to SLFRS, SLFRS 1, SLFRS 2, up to 17. Up to 17. I will list the standards, then we can see our syllabus, right? SLFRS 1, first time adoption of IFRS. When a country adopt IFRS in the very first time, we need to follow this IFRS 1. In Sri Lankan context, SLFRS, we have used this standard in somewhere 2012. SLFRS 2, share-based payment, SLFRS 3, business combination, SLFRS 4, insurance contracts, SLFRS 5, non-current assets held for sale, SLFRS 6, mineral resources, SLFRS 7, financial instrument disclosures, SLFRS 8, operating segments, SLFRS 9, financial instruments, SLFRS 10, consolidated financial statements, SLFRS 11, joint arrangements, SLFRS 12, disclosures for other entities, SLFRS 13, fair value measurement, SLFRS 14, deferral contracts, SLFRS 15, revenue from contract with customers, SLFRS 16, leasing or leases, SLFRS 17, insurance contract. That's the full list. SLFRS 18 to be implemented, still in the pipeline. Not yet available for the world, but by 2027 onwards, that would be implemented, SLFRS 18. But up to now, we have SLFRS 17. Right. Now we can go to our syllabus. Now, I already told you there are 4 sections. 15% is allocated for financial reporting and sustainable reporting. Financial reporting and sustainable reporting. I will again go to my whiteboard and show you what is corporate reporting. Corporate reporting. Remember, corporate reporting is a broader term, consists of 3 things. Number one, financial reporting. Number 2, governance reporting. Governance reporting. Number 3, sustainability reporting. Sustainability reporting. Now, through this syllabus, mainly cover financial reporting and sustainable reporting. In the first section, we are introducing financial reporting and the governance reporting. Right? Right. Okay. Now, when it comes to section B and C, mainly accounting standards, as I explained. Then last section, analyzing and interpreting financial statements. That's on management accounting application, ratio analysis, horizontal analysis, vertical analysis. There are a couple of analysis methods. So we will be explaining one by one, right? We are covering this particular syllabus in systematic way with proper planning, and as a lecturer, we have a responsibility to cover the syllabus on time, and ultimately you can get the qualification, you can get the CA qualification as soon as possible. It should be reflected when you get the title ACA, that should be reflected from you. That should not be just a paper qualification. You cannot get like that. But remember, you have to have good understanding, reflection. When you write a paper, you have to have good analytical skill, good understanding, good interpretational skill. So likewise, there are set of skills that you need to inculcate, right? So through these lectures, I'm pretty sure you will be able to get or absorb to your life, right? Right. Now let me explain one by one. Remember, when you learn something, you have to have a navigation. You have to have a direction. So that's what we are explaining now. So you have to have the syllabus. I kindly request from everyone, you can write the syllabus. First, the previous slide, you should know the weightage of the syllabus, right? You should write this. Then individual learning objectives of each and every section. Look at this one. First section, introduction of corporate reporting and sustainable reporting. There are Sri Lankan corporate reporting background, A1.1, A1.2. There are two learning outcomes. So I'm not going to read the same thing. You can see this, right? So we will be discussing one by one. Okay? So each and every point of the syllabus will be discussed. In addition to that, we will be discussing past papers of the syllabus, of the content. Then when you go to the exam, when you sit the exam, you would be equipped with all necessary skill set, knowledge, skills and thinking. Right. A1.1, regulatory framework for financial reporting, corporate governance requirement. Now you have seen the corporate reporting as a broad term. There are three sections: corporate reporting, financial reporting, governance reporting, and the sustainability reporting. Then 1.2, analyze the difference and interconnection between financial and non-financial disclosure. So in terms of non-financial disclosures, there are many based on integrated reporting, sustainability reporting. There are non-financial data as well. So, right. Then sustainable reporting regulation. There are how many subsections? Three learning outcomes on this section A. A2, sustainable reporting. There are three learning outcomes. Okay. Right. A2.1, A2.2, A2.3. So that these three outcomes connected with sustainability reporting. Right? Okay. Moving forward, section B application of accounting standards. Already I have given you a brief explanation on the list of accounting standards applicable to our country, available in this country, right? So now we can see what are the standards that are included in this corporate level syllabus. First one, accounting for inventory. What's the standard? LKAS 2. LKS 2. So there is a learning objective. Analyze and apply inventory valuation techniques. So we can discuss them. We can discuss. At the end of such sessions, you should be aware that you have achieved these learning objectives, right? So we will be covering the content to cover these learning objectives. You need to ensure that you have achieved those learning objectives. That's your responsibility, right? B1.2 still connected with the LKS2 inventories. In that standard, there are 4 sub-objectives. Apply automation tools to prepare detailed inventory valuation. Apply automation. We should discuss about automation. When determine how automation tools and AI techniques can enhance inventory valuation and reporting. Advise on the application of relevant Sri Lanka accounting standards to inventory items. So first we can cover the standard, then we can touch these learning areas, right? Okay. Accounting for income taxes. What's the standard? LKAS 12. LKS 12. How many objectives? 2.1 and 2.2. 2.1 and 2.2. So in this case, what we need to do? Discuss. So this is the action verb. It's a very important thing to be emphasized now. You can see action verbs here. Analyze and apply. Apply, determine, advise. When you write the examination paper, you can see the same action verbs in the paper, right? You can see the same action verbs. There are low order level action verbs as well as high order level action verbs. So these action verbs are high order level action verbs. High order level. But when we set the paper, when we set a paper, we would be using mix of low order level action verbs as well as high order level action verbs. But there can be questions on these by using these action verbs, right? Let me focus on 2.1, B 2.1. Discuss the principles and application of accounting for current tax, including recognition, measurement, and disclosure in the financial statements. Current tax. Current tax consists of deferred tax as well. Deferred tax assets, deferred tax liabilities, we can discuss them. Then B 2.2, determine the difference between taxable and deductible temporary difference. That's what I said. Based on the deductible and taxable temporary differences, we would be recognizing deferred tax assets, deferred tax liabilities, etc., etc. Right. Moving forward. B3, accounting for tangible non-current assets, including investment properties. Accounting for tangible non-current assets. So there are a couple of standards connected here. LKS 16, LKS 40, investment properties. Okay, right. So in this case, there are how many? 3.1, under 3.1, measurement. Then borrowing cost. So borrowing cost is LKAS 23. LKS 23. So we need to cover because that's connected with the non-current assets. Non-current assets. So 23 will be discussed. Then 3.2, examine subsequent expenditure that may be capitalized, distinguishing between the assets expense item based on recognition criteria, impact on financial statements, and compliance with relevant accounting standards. Subsequent expenditure, how, when there are capital nature expenditure incurred to enhance the earning capacity of property, plant, equipment, investment properties. So there are accounting treatments to be done. So we will be discussing them. Analyze requirements of relevant Sri Lanka accounting standards relation to revaluation of tangible non-current assets, revaluation model to be discussed. Then depreciation. Yes, that's based on LK 16. As well as LKS 40. LKS 40 connects LKS 16 for the revaluation of investment properties as well. So we'll discuss them. Then revaluation, disposal gains, losses. Then examine subsequent measurement of investment properties. Valuation models in terms of investment properties. There are two valuation models under subsequent measurement. Number one is cost model and number two is revaluation model. Right. Then differences, analyze differences in the treatment of investment properties and other properties. Yes, we can discuss. Discuss use of digital platform in accounting for tangible non-current assets. Right. Then last one, advise on applying relevant accounting standards to investment property and property, plant and equipment. Application of the standards. So this is corporate level. Then may level like corporate level like. Then business level already done, finish. In corporate level, English medium, and sometimes this is a kind of transitional period from one language to another language in terms of learning. Sometimes you might feel uncomfortable in terms of the language, but don't worry about it. Within couple of weeks, this would be normal. This would be normal. Don't worry about it. 3.9, that's on LKA 16, LKS 40. Accounting for intangible assets, that's LKS 38. LKS 38, intangible assets. There are sub-learning objectives. Analyze the criteria and the measurement. Then definition of research and development, that's part of LKS 38. Then development cost capitalization. Then subsequent measurement of intangible assets. Then 4.5, digital platform, digital connection to intangible assets. That's a new thing to this. The digital things are included or embedded with the discussions or learning objectives of the sections. Then advise on applying relevant accounting standards to intangible assets. Then accounting for impairment of assets, LKS 36. LKS 36. Define, calculate for impairment. Then determine value in use. In order to calculate recoverable amount, we should measure value in use and fair value less cost to sell or less cost to disposal. Then advise on reversing the impairment loss. Yes, that's part of the standard. It discusses reversal of impairment. Not only individual asset, but also cash generating unit. Don't worry about, sometimes you are hearing these words very first time, but don't worry about it. Right? We will be discussing one by one. Okay, then see cash generating units. Cash generating unit 5.1 to 5.5. That learning objective, accounting for impairment of assets, you need to learn in total 8 sub objectives. 8. 8 sub objectives. Discuss use of advanced analytical models for impairment, so we can discuss them. Then analyze the application of requirements of relevant accounting standards for assets impairment. That's the application. Then accounting for employee benefits, LKS 19. LKS 19. LKS 19. Right? How many sub-objectives? 3 sub-objectives. 3 sub-objectives. Now, in this standard also discuss the use of technology. Use of technology. Now, you can see common things. You can identify common things in the syllabus. Digital transformation, digital application of the respective area has been touched in the new syllabus. Right. Then accounting for government grants, LKS 20. LKS 20. That LKS 20 standard and the digital connection of government grants are covered under 3 sub-objectives, learning objectives. Definition of government grants, accounting and the disclosures of government grants, then application. Then accounting for foreign currency transactions, LKAS 21. LKS 21. LKS 21 connects with 3 objectives, 8.1, 8.2, 8.3. 8.3. Here, yes, we need to cover the application. First, we need to cover the standard, then we can discuss more practical examples. Right. Then accounting for disclosure requirements of related party transactions, LKAS 24. LKS 24. Examine, that's the action verb here, definition and identification of key related parties, including upstream and the downstream relationships, then apply the disclosures, then examine the application of the relevant accounting standard. So that's LKS 24. Accounting for financial instruments. So there are a couple of standards. Let me list. Starting from LKS 32, LKAS 39. 39 standard was there earlier for the recognition and measurement. But due to complexity of the standard, the recognition and measurement related sections were deleted from the standard LKS 39. Then instead of that, new standard SLFRS 7, sorry, SLFRS 9 issued for the recognition and measurement. Then for the disclosure purpose, SLFRS 7. SLFRS 7. So we'll see this part now. LKS 39 still alive, still available. That standard only focus on hedging accounting. Hedging accounting. We'll see hedging accounting is inside the syllabus or not. We'll see. So learning objectives are there. So we'll read and try to understand. Accounting for financial instruments. I have listed down the relevant standards. Explain the definition, classification, financial instruments. That's based on LKS 32. You need to classify financial as liability and financial equity. Then application of accounting for financial assets, liabilities, measurement, subsequent measurement. That should be based on SLFRS 9. Then examine the application of contractual cash flow characteristics. That's again based on SLFRS 9. Then apply the understanding of expected credit losses. Again SLFRS 9. Again SLFRS 9. That's connected with the impairment. Then examine the application requirement for relevant accounting standards need to be discussed. Now there are 5 sub-objectives for financial instruments connected things. LKS 39 content is not there in the syllabus, right? So in that case, LKS 32, SLFRS 9 and SLFRS 7 to be discussed. Right. Accounting for provisions. LKAS 37. LKS 37. Examine the importance and provisions, difference between legal and constructive provisions. That's 11.1. 11.2. The measurement provisions including the process of estimating. When it comes to estimating, LKS 8 is applicable. LKS 8 is applicable. Analyze the application of contingent assets. Discuss the accounting for warranty, guarantees, onerous contracts, environmental decommissioning, similar provisions. Yes, we should discuss. Then analyze the recognition and derecognition of measurement of provision, contingent assets and contingent liabilities. Then application. Right, here you can see six learning objectives under LKS 37. Then accounting for agriculture and biological assets, that's LKAS 41. LKS 41. Under this there are 4 learning objectives. We can discuss under this standard and the discussion. What is bearer plant? Then the measurement of biological assets, biological transformation. Then harvest of biological assets. Likewise, there are many things to be discussed under LKS 41. Then accounting under first time adoption of Sri Lanka accounting standards. That's SLFRS 1. SLFRS 1, first time adoption. Already I have discussed. We were using these international accounting standards somewhere 2012. Right. Application requirements. Then accounting for share-based payment, SLFRS 2. Yes. Under that, 3 sub-objectives, 14.1, 14.2, 14.3. Under this, we will be discussing treatment for equity and cash settled share-based payments, then application from the standard, right. Then accounting for fair value measurement, SLFRS 13. SLFRS 13. So there are four sub-objectives. Fair value hierarchy, the analyze and apply fair value measurement and active market. Principal market would be there. Most advantageous market would be there. So we need to determine them, and we need to calculate the fair value of such market. So there are very interesting discussions, right? So we'll take one by one. Right. Then accounting for revenue, SLFRS 15. Accounting for revenue, SLFRS 15. 16.1. 16.1. Right. Then as you can see, there are six sub-learning objectives on revenue. That's a complex and very important standard. Okay. Criteria for recognizing revenue, analyze an acceptable method for measuring progress towards complete satisfaction, performance obligations, then transaction price need to be allocated for each and performance obligation based on stand-alone selling prices. So we'll discuss them when it comes to SLFRS SLFRS 15. Accounting policies, changes of estimations and errors, LKS 8. LKS 8. Under this you can see three sub-objectives, 17.1, 17.2 and 17.3. Then accounting for SMEs, yes, this is another very important cluster. Everything we do based on cost and benefit analysis. If cost is higher than the benefit, we never do that. If cost is higher than the benefit, right? So these full IFRS would be applicable for SBEs, specified business entities. All the companies in this country cannot use, difficult to use, these full accounting standards. Therefore, IASB has issued IFRS for SME. The same set of standards were adopted by our CASriLanka, SLFRS for SME, applicable for small and medium enterprises. Small and medium enterprises, right? So that's available in our syllabus, 18.1 and 18.2, SLFRS for SMEs. Then other accounting standards and interpretations. So we'll see what are the standards. Other accounting standards, in the sense there are applicable IFRIC. Now, if SIC and IFRIC. SIC and IFRIC. IFRIC. What stand for? SIC in the sense Statement of Interpretation Committee. After 2001, they have changed the name. So that's the difference between SIC and IFRIC. Same reason was there for IAS and IFRS. Same reason. Until 2001, they have used the name called IAS, but after 2001, they have changed the name. IASB has changed the name to IFRS. That's the difference, right? SIC and IFRIC interpretations. If there is a new thing to the world, what IASB is doing, they are giving interpretation immediately, right? Then maybe later they can incorporate all these things and issue new accounting standard by covering that particular area. Right. Now under B19, other accounting standards, there are some IFRICs, some IFRIC interpretations. Okay. So we will be covering them. Right. Then section C. Now we have covered section B. Specific standards are there. When it comes to section C, you can see preparation of financial statements. I will list down standards applicable for preparation of financial statements. LKAS 1, LKAS 27, separate financial statement. LKAS 1, presentation of financial statements. Then LKAS 34, interim financial statements. Then SLFRS 10, consolidated financial statements. Consolidated financial statements, right? When it comes to consolidation, yes, there are some other standards. SLFRS 3, business combination. Then SLFRS 11, joint ventures or joint arrangements. Then SLFRS 12, disclosures for other entities. So likewise, there are a couple of standards applicable for preparation of financial statements. So preparation, yes, these are the standards. When it comes to consolidation, there are some other standards to be considered. Right. Section C, preparation of consolidated financial statements. Preparation of consolidated financial statements, right? So we need to cover these standards connected with the consolidation. Analyze the application of relevant accounting standards when preparing consolidated financial statement. SLFRS 3, SLFRS 10. Then, yes, basically those are the two standards that we need to touch upon on C1.1. Then C1.2, prepare consolidated financial statements by applying relevant accounting standards. Yes. Then discuss the application of the acquisition method. Non-controlling interest. Yes, based on the acquired percentage, we can consider the non-controlling interest. Yes, for the combination, business combination would connect with the control. Acquirer would acquire a, investee. And there is a key term. The key term is in control, right? This consolidation purely based on control. If we cannot do the consolidation when investor is losing the control. So as you can see here in this particular slide, 4 learning objectives for the consolidated financial statement preparation. Then in this slide you can see 1.5, goodwill calculation and NCI. Then acquisition stages, ensuring proper recognition and measurement of previously held interest, compliance with relevant accounting standards, loss of control, that means disposal of subsidiary, then consolidated financial statements, continuing and discontinuing interest, subsidiaries, associates and joint ventures, Then LKAS 28 is applicable, SLFRS 11. Yes, we need to touch. Then we need to prepare consolidated financial statements, profit and loss, and other comprehensive income. Then consolidated statement of financial position, consolidated statement of cash flow for simple group with acquisition and disposal. With simple group. Complex group will be discussed in the strategic level, next level. Right? This is corporate level. No? In the next level, complex groups will be discussed. But in this syllabus, we would be covering simple parent, subsidiary, and associate or joint venture, something like that. Right? Okay. Then consolidation software. We will be discussing consolidation software. That's IT involvement, digitalization in terms of consolidation. So we will be discussing them. That's a new part to this syllabus. Right. Okay. Then last section, analyzing and interpreting financial statements. In this case, you can see ratios, trend analysis, that's called horizontal analysis. Modern tools will be discussed, right? In this learning object, in this particular section, you can see D 1.8. There are 8 sub-objectives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's the content to be discussed in this syllabus. So I have taken you through on the syllabus under all the sections, section A, section B, section C, section D. I will summarize what I have discussed. Right. As you can see, there are 4 sections. You can earn 15% from the first section. Then for accounting standards, application of accounting standards and the preparation, altogether 70%, 40 and 30. Then the last section, interpretation of finances, the analyzing and interpreting, that particular section 15%, altogether 100%. So you need to write down the syllabus, right? Then when we cover the content one by one, when you watch the content one by one, you can mark, yes, I have done this particular part. Then you can, apply, you can practice independently. You can do past papers, you can do some other professional courses, past papers, whether you can do it or not. So then you can see or you can evaluate yourself whether you have achieved these learning objectives or not. Right? So this is the first video, introductory video in terms of the syllabus of the corporate financial reporting subject, CL1. Right? I hope you have received good understanding about the syllabus of this subject. Thank you very much.